What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Sooner Surge, live on this Friday night, stormy night, here where I'm at, and a lot of people across the country. It's a very windy, stormy night. Jeremy's going to be joining any second, but I just thought I'd go ahead and get started because don't want to keep you waiting. So he'll be joining, but hope everybody's safe today. It's been a wild day. I mean, between the fires in Oklahoma, the wind, the Texas. I don't know if everybody saw the stuff going on in Texas with the semis blowing over. And now you got tornadoes going on all over the place. Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee. I know Chester, Tennessee, Monty, you guys. I hope y'all are safe. Yeah, Sooner fan. Grass fires all over green country. It's a wild day. It really is. I can't think of a time where I've seen wind this strong, this consistent, this long in a long time. I mean, it's been pretty bad. So hope everybody's safe. Just wanted to start it off with that. Hope everybody's safe. Praying for a safe night for everybody. But yeah, a lot to talk about tonight. You know, we've had the basketball lives the last two nights so late, hardly getting any sleep with those late games. And then so we haven't talked a whole lot of football. We'll talk football tonight. We'll talk basketball again, probably. Whatever you want to talk about. Baseball, they get their first SEC win tonight on the road. South Carolina, first win for the Oklahoma Sooners in baseball. So that's a good way to start. You know, we were talking today. It's like, you know, you don't need to talk about sweeps in the SEC. You win 2 out of 3, win the series. That's the main thing. And they get off to a good start with Kyson Witherspoon and the Sooners getting the W tonight. You had softball. Game canceled tonight, doubleheader tomorrow. So that's tomorrow. You got selection shows this Sunday. A lot going on. But let's get right to it with everybody. What would you like to talk about tonight? Sooner fans, Lenardi has Texas as the last team in. I don't know. The North Carolina loss probably helped Texas. We'll see if Texas gets in or not. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be tight. And you know, hey, what's up, Jerm?
What's up, man?
How are you? Hey, I was going to say, the OU lost last night. I told you this in the chat. I hate losing. I hate it. But at the same time, I don't think that's a bad deal for Oklahoma. I mean, Alabama was going to be a brutal game, and now you get a little bit of rest. I don't think it's a bad situation, man. Hey, what's up, Steve?
In the long run, it's not. In the long run, it's not bad, Jay, but you hate losing to Oway twice the way they did. Yeah, what's up, Steve Stutzman? Jay, I know we've been talking a lot of basketball because it's been SEC tournament last 2 nights. Last night we didn't even start our show until midnight. So this is the first time we've been on at 9:30 for a few days. So we haven't talked football lately, but I know there's been more clips that have been shown of spring practice things. And I don't know. What do you want to talk about tonight, guys?
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of high hopes and high positive attitudes on these wide receivers that transferred in Oklahoma. But I think it's in general, Jerm. I don't think it's just the wide receivers. I think it's because the offense has an idea of what they're doing. I think that's a lot of it. I mean, I don't think Seth Luttrell, nothing really I don't want to just bash him, but I don't think they were very prepared offensively going into the season. I think the defense, probably destroyed them all offseason last year. So it's going to look different this year when you got Arbuckle, knows what he's doing over there. You got Mateer, you got some wide receivers coming in. So, yeah. And maybe, hey, I see Steve Stutzman in here. The linebacker core is going to be interesting because I think we talked about it the other night when we were talking about football. You know, obviously tight end and O-line are very important on the offensive line in an area that people are wanting to see how they're going to be this year. But the defense, the linebacker core, it's going to be a big-time deal for Oklahoma because you lose all that experience with Stutzman, all that talent, all the tackles, everything he did, everything he meant to you as a leader too. Who's going to be the guy this year to step? Who's going to be the dude, man? Kip? Kobe? Somebody else?
Jay, it's interesting because they moved Canick to tight end. I know there's some people who think he's going to do both. I don't think I think he's strictly going to be tight end.
I agree.
And Steve says he was in at spring practice in town. Dudes look as good as you can on day one. And Jay, there is a position that KB Longhorn talked about in the Discord today. He said there were some guys talking about how stacked they were at this position, but and the position is Cheetah. But we haven't heard really who's going to play Cheetah. I would love to see Kendall Daniels. I know Kendall Daniels has been looking also at inside linebacker, but I would love to see Kendall Daniels at Cheetah.
Yeah, and I wonder, it probably depends on how Kendall Dolby comes back from that injury. That's probably a lot of it. I mean, he's not probably full go yet, I don't think, but we'll see how he responds to that injury. That's probably a big deal on the Cheetah, because when he played Cheetah, Dolby was really dang good. I liked him at Cheetah. You know, I think Sammy O is going to move inside and play more linebacker. Obviously, they got to have some depth there. Power
Ray
getting
says
at Cheetah.
Yeah.
I like Powers
Look,
a lot.
He can hit. I like Powers a lot as well. Now, Chester, but here's my thinking with Dolby. If Dolby is healthy, he is a guy that can play some corner, and if they're not able to get a guy out of the portal at corner at the spring portal, I think they've got to take a look at Dolby at corner.
Yeah, we'll see what they do there. I do agree with Sooner fan here. RSG is going to be one of the big vocal leaders. I just think he is. He's got a lot of experience, been there a long time. He's a veteran. And 918 agrees with you, Jerm, about Dolby.
Yeah, that was his original position.
Yeah, he could do it. I think the whole thing is, how does he come off the injury? That's what nobody can know. You don't know that yet. That's the thing. That's kind of the unknown. I have not seen this yet, Sooner Cowboys. I want to check it out. I have not seen it.
I have not seen it.
I need to go check it out. I knew that he had started a YouTube thing. I think it's on YouTube is where I saw it. But I need to go check it out.
How pumped are you, Steve Stutzman, for the NFL draft? It's going to be here very soon.
I'm sure Steve's going to have a big party going on watching that thing. That's exciting. It'll be here soon. You're right. It will be here soon. Sooner than later. The SEC tourney is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Daniel says it should pull a push-pull analogy. Some days the offense gets better, the defense vice versa. Last year should have been a red flag for all of us when the defense continued to dominate every single practice.
Yeah.
So
that's true, Jerm. I mean, but at the same time, you were also – I think we all thought this the last year too. This was part of it too. A lot of us thought this defense is just so stinking good that it's hard on the offense. And it's true, but I think the offense was also just not very good, and that was part of it. So what's up, Aaron? How you doing tonight, Aaron? Hope you're safe, man. These winds and stuff's brutal today.
It has been. I did see the comment earlier about OU needs Sam Godwin back to spell Wagee. If Sam Godwin comes back, he better be backing up Wagee and maybe taking some of Northweather's minutes, but not starting. He should not be the starter. Wagee has earned his spot.
Hey, I'm ready to make a wager. I'm not going to make a wager, but I would do it right now. I think I am pretty confident OU's going to be a 10 seed, one. That's one thing I'm pretty confident. I'm also pretty confident if they were to win their first round game, I'm pretty confident they're going to play one of two teams in the second round game. I'm pretty confident it's going to be Texas Tech or St. John's, because I do think they're going to keep them away from an SEC round two.
I agree. They're not going to have.
So I think you're kind of starting to see, 10 seed, second round game. If you were to win your first, would be against Texas Tech.
Michigan State's another one, Jay.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's also a lot of people putting them in Wichita, which would be great. I mean, Wichita, close.
I'll be there.
I mean, for fans to travel. So we'll see what happens.
Michigan State's going to be a 2 seed possibly.
Yeah, and you know what would happen if that, right? Fears versus fears.
Exactly. Don't tell me the committee's not looking at a fears versus fears matchup.
Oh, they're looking at all that stuff, because I've seen a lot of things. I've seen some things where they're putting Arkansas versus Louisville, and they're playing that game in Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, you got it's like with Calipari. I mean, they look at some of that stuff for sure, Jeremy. They do.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if St. John's is in Louisville.
Hey, you know what else I would not be shocked at? Is if OU's a 10 seed You know who I think the 3 seed will be in their bracket?
Who?
Kentucky. Because if OU was to make the Sweet 16, another matchup against OA and Kentucky,
I got
I
something
would
for
not
you,
be
Jay.
surprised to see that. Yeah.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
Jeremiah fears, no fears, some of all fears, Sooners in the Sweet 16. You like that, Jay?
What was that?
I did something like this last night and no one caught on to it. So I figured I'd do something again.
What was it? Was it a rhyme? I don't understand what you were.
You don't know the reference, Jay.
Reference? You just said a bunch of fear stuff and then you said Sweet 16.
You don't know the reference.
Say it again. Say it again.
Jeremiah fears, no fears, some of all fears, Sooners in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Have you ever heard this, Jay? OKC, KFC, Lakers in 5. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
This is way over your head, Jay. This is way over your head.
No, I've heard Sharp say that, and I think it's ridiculous and stupid.
That's what I'm doing, Jay. Shannon Sharp.
Okay, I think you're ridiculous and stupid then, because that's what I say about Sharp when he says that. So
I thought it was funny.
By the way, after watching
look
for a
at
week,
Greg tears,
hey,
beers, tears. OU out first round.
Chester says, by the way, after watching for a week, I got to say, Fear's the elite best I've seen since Stacy. To be fair, I've never watched Blake or Trey. Yeah, he's really good, man. Right now, he might be him and Cooper Flagg are the 2 top freshmen in the country. It's not even close. And the way he's played down the stretch, there was something I was going to get to. I think it was 918 put it in there. Was a question.
So Steve Stutzman says you can't have a fullback coach. You can't have a fullback coach quarterbacks when a first-round NFL draft choice quarterback is a behind-the-scene coach, referring to J.P. Lossman, who, by the way, is not on staff anymore.
No, he's somewhere else now. That's right.
And I agree with 918, misused thoroughly. Even by the time they had Kevin Johns coaching, it was too late in the season.
Too late.
I want to know what happened with that. Did Seth Luttrell say, I'm doing it? I'm doing it myself. Or what was it told him? And then what I want to compare it to, Jay, is they got another guy on staff right now, that can coach tight ends, and his name's not Joe John Finley.
Kevin Wilson.
Kevin Wilson should be coaching most of the tight ends.
I mean, I'm to the point where you
can go coach tight ends.
Well, I mean, I think he's helping with the O-line right now based on some video I've seen, but 918 says, what do people think about Howland at left tackle and Sexton sliding into guard? I just can't see a world where a healthy Sexton. Yeah, Sexton, I think Sexton's uber talented, and I think he's got the part if he's healthy. I think now the question is, where do you play him? Tackle? Do you play him at guard? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say this. I like Howland a lot. I do. I think the more he plays, the better he's going to get. I think he was young. He was inexperienced, but I think he's got that body type I think he can play tackle really well at Oklahoma for the future. The problem is you got really talented guys on that O-line. And that's the thing is, okay, Eddie Pierre-Louis, Michael Fasusi, Ryan Foje, some of those guys, it's like, how are you going to figure this O-line? You got to get your 5 best out there. I don't know how you.
Despite age, you got to play your 5 best dudes that have some mean in them. And I'm curious what Stutzman thinks of the Jaren Kanak switch, Jay. I know I've been probably more positive than a lot of people always on Kanak. I'm always positive. I think the guy's got to be on the field somehow. And I think he's going to make the switch pretty well. I've said it before. 918 has Howland, Sexton, Everett, EPL, and Simmons. Now, I like those 5, but I still would love to see Fasusi.
What about Ozida? You don't think at guard Ozida?
I like Ozida, Jay. He's been kind of banged up.
Here's the thing.
Simmons enough.
It's the best 5 that work together, Chuck says. He's right. It is. But I need to go watch more tape of Simmons. I haven't watched enough to know, okay, is this going to translate to Oklahoma from Western Carolina? You know what I mean?
True. And it's kind of a catch. it's a catch-22, KB Longhorn. I agree. He may not take risk, but maybe he says, you know what? I've got to take risk now. It's kind of a catch-22. Chester's got left to right, moving left to right. Logan Howland, Heath Azida, Everett, Sexton, and Jake Taylor. I don't see I don't see a world in which Jake Taylor's starting this year because of Simmons and because of Fasusi. I don't think he's better than either one.
Well, I don't see a world where EPL is not starting at guard.
I agree, Jay.
I
Mark
know that
says no one above sophomore should be on the O-line starting. Well, Simmons is a veteran.
They're definitely going to have a guy over a sophomore at center. I mean,
yeah,
it's not going to.
Everett will start.
Yeah, Everett's going to start at center. I think right now that's a for sure. I mean, Simmons will start soon. Okay, how many guys right now do you think are for sure starters on O-line? How many guys, in your opinion, they got it set already?
Two.
You think?
I think that's it, Jay. Now, maybe 3 with Sexton. Logan Howland is not a guarantee. Jake Taylor's not a guarantee. If you want to say Simmons, Sexton, and Everett are all guaranteed, okay.
Grey God, I like Isaiah Autry-Dent a lot. In fact, I thought last year he should have been playing more because we all know what happened when Spencer Brown got in there. I mean, he should have been playing more. I don't think we've seen enough to say if he's going to start. I like the guy a lot. I think he should have played more last year. It's just there's a lot of talent on the O-line. There's a lot of talent.
I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are in the chat. And Jay, I think we can open the phone lines here in a second, but I'm curious on this. And what would be wrong with Fasusi if Fasusi didn't start, play him every third series? Like, I don't understand why you have to go with, like, you could rotate a guy in on O-line every now and then.
O-line's a weird thing.
No, Jake, you can. You absolutely can.
Okay. Why are you screaming at me? I mean, okay, yeah.
There's this mindset where people think you can't ever sub on the O-line. I hate that mindset.
You can sub. You just want continuity a lot. And Chuck says best ability is availability. You're right. And that's a Brent Venables quote right there. He says it all the time. And you're dead right on it. You got to be available to be. It's your best ability. So there's the phone lines. If you want to call in, phone lines are open. Feel free to talk whatever you want to talk about.
I can guarantee you one thing about Canick. He'll be 10 times the blocker Bauer Sharp was.
Well, and that's what I love about
he's got some mean in him too. Bauer Sharp didn't have that.
Yeah, blank slate in 2025. Steve says Jaron at tight end, awesome. Think coaching holds him in field. Make or break year. Got to win 8, then flip to the Texas schedule for 2 years and try to win an Natty. You do. You have to win 8 games. I mean, you have to. And it's a tough schedule. But hey, here's the thing though. They got more coaches on deep. They lost Alley, but who'd they get? Dreiling and Goodwin. Both are good coaches. You got BB calling the defense. And then offensively, you got better guys. I mean, the one guy I think everybody's just odd that they have still is Joe John Finley. I think it's probably the one. But, hey, the one thing about Jaron Kennick, what I absolutely love, and then we'll get to Chester, everything he puts out, the guy's either practicing or, I mean, he's doing everything he can to try to get on the field. So you got to love that and appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Chester? How you doing tonight, man? Hope you're safe there, Tennessee, man.
We'll get ours when I'm probably around lunchtime. But 2 things. First, I want to say, Daniel, thank you so much for the laughter today. That was really great. But secondly, y'all should have seen it. It was on your show. He was responding to a UK fan.
Yeah, he's funny.
I think personally moving Canick to offense is a mistake. I know he wasn't great at linebacker, but we lost a lot of depth at it, especially if you're trying to put Daniels at Cheetah, or is Daniels and Omosigo the backups to Kip and Kobe?
It sounds like they're the backups to Kip and Kobe.
See, what concerns me the most is Lewis Carter. I know he was young, but man, that kid was mean. He had a motor. I can't believe.
Chester, if Canick was only going to be a backup, then it's a waste. He's got to be on the field somehow.
I don't know. Everybody's blowing him up, but I saw him drop 2 practices on what I saw.
I think the thing
Granted,
is
they
that
weren't great passes, but it was very concerning.
Chester, has anyone heard anything about Devon Mitchell?
No, but he sure does look the part.
Yeah, he looks the
a
part.
lot of guys look good.
Oh,
I think.
hey, that reminds me. That reminds me. You guys got to help me out here. You guys were talking about busts the other day. For me, busts can only be counted as 5 stars. But you guys got to help me out, everybody in chat. I can't remember his name. He was a massive tight end, and he never got on the field. His number was 82, and he made one of them extreme powerful hits, kind of like
You're not talking about James Hanna.
No, not Hanna. It was, I think it was before Hanna, or was it after?
Yeah, Hanna wasn't a 5-star, Germ.
Hanna was through 010. No,
What year
I want to say his name was Brandon Daniels, but that can't be right because that used to be
he was number 8. He
running back.
Yeah.
No,
what
it wasn't
year,
him. It was
what year, Chester?
Oh man, I want to say it's between 08 to 011. I don't know. He was just disappeared, kind of like Trey McGuire did. Yeah, his number was 82. I can't remember. I gotta go to work. Y'all have
Brandon
fun.
Green?
Daniel says Brandon Green.
That might be it. He was number 82. He was massive.
That's what Daniel says. Brandon Green.
I think he was a 5-star. So that was a big bust that nobody seems to remember too.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Chester,
but,
have a good night.
Y'all be safe, guys.
All right.
This is really bad.
It's a bad one this time.
From what I saw, there was already 13 in Missouri and Arkansas. Be careful.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, you too, man.
Hey, Jay, Sooner Cowboy said, I don't know if that's true, something about Kannick throwing a 60-yard TD in a scrimmage. I don't know. Hey, 918 says, best hire, according to 918, that wasn't a coordinator, is John Kazieski. He has a longer resume than he thought, and Arbuckle trusts him enough to deal with quarterbacks so he can spend the time with the rest of the offense. Yeah, it is going to free Arbuckle up. I love everything I'm seeing from Arbuckle so far. Absolutely love it.
For sure. I mean, and I think it tells you all you need to know is that Arbuckle, the one guy he brought with him was him. Like you don't bring a guy with you like that unless you really trust him to do what you need to do that. So I think it's a great hire. I saw Steve put in there about Nesta as a stud. I like Nesta a lot. My only concern with Nesta is the baseball stuff. Like, do you think he's going to be playing a lot of baseball? I don't know how.
I don't know. We got Steve right on the line right now. Let's get to him. What's up, Steve?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Dude, you guys see me or what?
Yeah. How are you?
Hey, man, thanks for putting me on, man. Dude, just living life, man. How's everything going, guys?
Good, man.
I was going to try to show you with the wind gust up in Oklahoma. I was just there 2 days ago. It was nice.
Yeah, it's not a golfing day, Steve.
No, just off the course. Hey guys, let me tell you, man. We got Nesta, we got Omasigo, we got backers. We got this one kid, dude, 6'6", 225. I didn't know. I thought it was a tree, man. I thought it was gonna blow down. You know, this freaking kid, dude. I was like crazy, dude. We're stacked on defense. We got offensive guys. We got. It was impressive watching this material kid spin it. I must have seen him hit 15 in a row from 7-on-7 to team. I mean, just it's going crazy. Just a little bit I saw. Very excited. Like what I saw. Just awesome, man.
Hey, Steve, Taylor Heim is, I think, who you're talking about. The true.
Yes, that's it, dude. 6'6", 230, man. Got a wingspan of a freaking small giant. And dude, just looks like a man child out there.
And he runs like a 4.4 apparently.
Dude, let's calm down.
That's what somebody said. I was
easy on that, man. Let's just back it down a little bit. But hey,
let me ask you this, Steve. Can you talking about Mateer spinning it? Is there because you were around it, Danny was around it. Is there a different vibe? Just you can automatically tell with the offense.
Well, I tell you why, because you got the confidence of coaches, you got the confidence of players, you got everybody's buying in, right? So when you have everything just clicking, then the vibe is like it's euphoric. So that's what you have. Everybody is all in right now on what they see and what's produced in practice. So that is a good thing, man. That is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, Danny, pro day, combine, tore it up, man. Looked good.
Dude, I mean, hey, for a white boy, dude, I think I told you this, guys. He had the 10 splits. I thought he was going to run a 4.47 in Indy. He didn't, but dude, I knew he was going to do something spectacular, man. But hey, if he would have pulled that off, man, it would have been a shocker around the world. He 4.52, same as Kenneth Murray, who went in the first round. He did 22 on the bench press. I don't know what else the guy has to do, man. I mean, he's done everything he can do as far as a football guy for the last 3 years, and it's still getting. I feel it's getting a little disrespect online, but I think the GMs and the guys that know football, and while he's doing the Zoom calls, and they're breaking down film with him right now every day. And that's just going to separate Danny from the rest of the field is his knowledge of the game and how fast he can identify what's going on. And then the questions of him being able to get there are over, man. I mean, Jesus, 4.52. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, with this size too, man. I mean, he's got all that. So
Come on. Dude, he got down at 233, but he plays at 240, man. I mean,
yeah,
that's it. So, dude, couldn't be more
918
proud of that.
918's asking, what's he hearing? Mid to late second? Or do you have any options? And then
I mean, right now, dude. I mean, it could. If you, I don't know if you guys have kept. I listen to NFL radio every day. I'm chimed in, dude. There's so much going on. The NFL season just started their fiscal year on the 12th, right at 4 o'clock. So you see everything going on, dude. Every day things are happening. You see this, that, and that. A lot of moving parts. A lot of linebackers being moved. A lot of things happening. So he could go second, probably third pick in the second round to late in the second, early third. I mean, it's just all dependent, but that's what I'm seeing, man. I mean, it's a lot of there's a lot of things going on right now.
What's his schedule like from now until draft day?
So he's back at Oklahoma. He's up there. He's sitting at Airbnb. He's working out at the facilities. He's getting treatment from the people that know him and love him. He's doing Zoom calls. He's doing FaceTimes with NFL teams, and then he'll start probably meeting as we get further. As the free agency starts to die down and they get all that done, he'll start flying to teams and meet with them actually on their facilities, and then dial it in for the draft.
yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you this. I saw people on, Twitter's hilarious, man. You see all kinds of stuff on Twitter, but so when Danny didn't run at pro day, I'm like, why would he run? He ran a 4.52. Did he ever consider it? Was he thinking, if I run a good time at combine, I'm not running at pro day? Is that kind of?
So great thing. So here's the thing at Indy, uh, what bigger stage is there to perform,
No,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Right.
If you perform at Indy, why would you go to pro day
Exactly.
and try to do that? Because Indy's the highest pressure of high pressure. So once you hit your mark, plus, they roll they steamroll the 40 yard at Indy, right? So at your pro day, the turf isn't prepared like it is at Indy. So it's spongy. I mean, for Trace Ford to run a 4.55 there, probably would have ran a low 4.5s at Indy, because I can tell you the difference between Indy and the Oklahoma turf was huge. It's more spongy. It's not conducive to a fast time, and that's what you're going to find out at a pro day. So you're not going to get that, and it's just when you relax and you're in your own setting, you don't really get the amp up.
Yeah.
Just a, you got to make it or break it that you do when you're under that kind of stress at Indiana. And dude, it's a stress all be all, man. If you could perform there, then I mean, there's what else should you do? I mean, really.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
I,
yeah.
I got to ask you this because Danny and Jaron Canick were like the Bash brothers. Danny it seemed to, at least from the outside looking in, took Jaron under his wing, kind of mentored him in a lot of things, and he's got the switch now to tight end. Look, everyone's seen the highlight reel of Jaron Canick in high school with the ball. As Danny talked to him much about that move and have high expectations for Jaron. I mean, I have high expectations for Canick. I think
Well,
he could be pretty, especially if they use him in the right way, blocking and then out of the backfield. And I mean, we'll see what happens. But I just thought I'd ask your thoughts on that.
Well, look, Jaron's even said, man. I mean, and you all know, offense has been natural to him. I watched him in practice at H back tight end, dude. He looked very impressive. The guy is powerful. 6'2.5", 235, can freaking fly, and can block. And when he gets the ball in his hands, dude can truck. I mean, so what you saw, you saw some glimpses of him in high school when he was probably 210. Dude, he's a full grown man now, dude. Uh, he will run over you. You get him a little tight end screen, you give him a pop pass going down the middle. He's got the ball in his hands. Uh, the kid knows what to do with the ball, man, and he's now big enough where he's got the sense of contact on defense. Dude, he's not going to run away from that. He knows how to engage, he knows how to keep a block, and I like it, man. I really like it. He loves OU. He loves the guys. He's a locker room favorite, man. Only good things. Only good things to come, man. I'm telling you right now.
That's right. Oh man. Hey, Jim Nagy, awesome hire, wasn't it?
Huh. Dude, I swear to God, if one of you two told me you saw that coming, call you a liar
No
right now.
way. No way.
Oh
No
no,
way
That
you
was the
saw that one.
biggest shock.
wasn't on the radar.
Dude,
Wasn't on the radar.
no, who saw that one? Who saw that hire? You tell me in the whole college football, somebody who saw that one coming?
I
No
didn't
one
see
could
it.
have. It's
Dude, what a huge hire, man. Jeez. Dude, that
absolutely.
is wow. That was I'm like, oh my gosh. Dude, that guy is so respected at what he did with the Senior Bowl and NFL and all that.
Mhm.
Jesus. Oh my God, dude. Huge. Huge. Wow. And can assess talent, know what he's talking about, can help out. And then how about BV going, you know what? There's no other defensive coordinator I know better than me. How about that one?
Yeah, he's throwing it all out there and saying I'm the
How
guy.
about that? How about he's putting year 4 on his shoulders and going, you know what? We gonna do something here, man. We gonna make something happen, man.
Yeah, I
Uh,
hope it
Do you
works
think
out.
the
and
Kevin
how about
Wilson?
his two? How about the two other guys are freaking pretty formidable freaking defensive coordinators, man. I mean, it's like
Yeah, he's got a good staff. on defense.
you got three, you got three defensive coordinators right there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you bring
It's,
you bring a guy who's been a head coach, Kevin Wilson, who I think can relieve some of the head coaching stuff behind the scenes, maybe off of BV's plate.
guys, I don't know about you, but everything that we've talked, everything that we've, kind of like if this happened and this happened, if this piece was here, I think all those pieces of the puzzle are there. The picture's clear, right? Every piece is spoken for, and now you have a clear picture of what this team looks like. And wow, I mean, dude, I don't know what else can you do now except go out and win
Win.
games.
You got to go win games.
Exactly.
That's
Just
it.
Gotta
win,
go win
baby.
games, dude.
Yep.
I
No
will be there
excuse.
I will be in town for game number 2 against Michigan. I promise you that.
Nice,
Sweet.
man. That's awesome.
Well,
Hey, I know you probably don't have you might have a preference. You might want Danny to play for Tampa Bay, and I know you probably don't really care wherever he goes, as long as. But give us a couple of names of teams that you're like, man, would love to see him on this team. I mean, Tampa Bay, obviously for reasons close to home.
No, Tampa Bay would be awesome, and I'll be honest. What a couple of days ago, I didn't see that popping on the horizon, but it's there. I'm gonna throw one out there. Tennessee Titans. Very good chance. Now the Dallas Cowboys have cooled down a little bit. You saw Kenneth Murray went there.
Yeah,
They got some things going on. That cooled down. Kansas City was big until they signed Bolton. But LA is big. Denver, Raiders. Raiders are huge. Got some nice love from the Packers and from Detroit. So there's some good stuff, man. I mean, a lot of good stuff. Like I said, a lot of things are going to really undress itself here in the next couple weeks when they get all the free agency just kind of falls down. But man, I'm very excited for whatever happens, man. NFL is a league that is, dude, it is an elite league. It's probably one of the. I mean, it takes so much to get to that league and make it. It's beyond belief. It's beyond belief.
Yep. I can't imagine what's going through your guys' minds right now and Danny's, because you reached the pinnacle. And that you're right. It's an elite league for elite talent and elite guys. And Danny's the epitome of all those things. And staying the extra year, I'm sure he would testify that, you know what, playing against SEC talent, he's in a great spot right now. Despite what happened record-wise at OU, I think, just everything this guy's been through, I can't wait to see his future, and I know you can as well. It's going to be great.
No, man, I mean, I'll be honest. I want him to go last year, but it was his decision, and that guy wasn't leaving his brothers. And I tell you what, it worked out, man. All SEC, consensus All American on a team that probably. Right there could have been in the fight for some things if it goes the other way. But man, proud of the guy and what he's done, man. Just not only as a dad, but just as a fan of football and knowing what it takes. Dude, just very proud. And I know whatever he does, he's gonna. I promise you, he will bring honor to the University of Oklahoma, no matter what he does. Just like everybody before him has done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Steve, I want to ask one question here. Randy put it up here a couple times. How much will OU miss Lewis Carter?
You know what? Every team has a guy that you would earmark as, if we lost this guy, how would be? But I'm telling you, Lewis Carter's a great guy, man. He's a great player. I think that he will be missed somewhat, but I think they're going to guys are going to step up and they're going to replace what he brings in special team, because he's special teams, right? We got some really young guys, and the guys are going to make some impacts where you won't feel like, oh my God, if we only had Lewis Carter. I think that will. I don't think you'll see that. He's going to do good things at UCF, but I think we can fill that void and be to the point where we don't go, gee, I wish we would have had him. I think that's not what you're going to see this year.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned Tennessee. Well, it's music to my ears tonight hearing from you, Steve. It was great to hear from you. Appreciate you hopping on and calling in. I know that the fans are loving it here in the chat, so we really appreciate you, man.
Guys, I appreciate. I mean, hey, you know what? I come in. I see you guys are doing this every night, and there's no rhyme or reason. I just feel compelled. Thank you for allowing me to come on. And I appreciate it, guys. And man, always a great show. And just keep doing what you're doing.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Steve.
Can't wait to see where he goes, man.
All
Enjoy
right,
the
guys.
next
Have a
few weeks.
great show, man. Thank you, man. I'll continue
Thanks.
listening. Have a good one.
All right, you
Thanks,
too, man.
Steve.
Bye.
There he is, Papa Top, Steve Stutzman, with some great discussion there from all over the place about OU currently, about last year, about Danny, and just the process, the draft, all those things. Man, what a great guy Steve is, and Danny, and just that family. That's just top notch. Papa Top is top notch, is what that is. Thanks to you guys here in the chat too, asking some questions. Yeah, good luck to Danny. Can't wait to see where he lands.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about guys that have left OU and went to NFL. Not many are going to be remembered much like Danny Stutzman. I mean, you put him in a small class of people because he was so beloved at OU from everything he did. I mean, his leadership, his play on the field. He's one of those greats at OU that people be like, Stutzman, man. He's it's just great stuff.
And someone earlier mentioned RSJ stepping up as a leader. I think there's a few guys. I think Kobe McKenzie has this leadership persona about him. I just think it's kind of the way he's wired. So I think Kobe McKenzie maybe more so than Kip, because I think Kobe is a little more even keeled, and sometimes you got to have that even keel as a leader. I think R. Mason Thomas needs to develop into that a little bit. I think he's got to be that guy a little bit as a spokesperson.
I agree, R. Mason. Yeah.
And I think RSJ in the back end, if you got R. Mason up front, you've and look, I think David Stone, even he's young. I think he's a guy that can still, and Grayson Halton, they've got leadership. Okay. And on the offense, it's John Mateer. He flat out said, people, I walked in and people are already coming over to me expecting me to be the leader. He's going to lead.
Yeah, and Zaya says Dom Williams. Did you mention that one, Jeremy?
I did not. That's another one.
That's a good one. That's a good
I'm
one.
excited
Because
about the D.
Hey,
and
Dom Williams.
People already mentioned MMJ. Yeah.
Hey, Dom Williams. I think a lot of people thought last year when they got him that he was a one and done guy. I think a lot of people thought that. So him being back this year, I think it's great for you. Hey, we got another caller on the line. We got Okie Long Guy on the line. What's up, Okie Long Guy?
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing
no
good.
No late night tonight. No late night 8:39 clock tip.
Golly, man.
Hey, what's the score on Kentucky Bama? Do you know?
Bama was
just went to commercial. I think Alabama's up by like double digits.
Yeah, I think that would have been a rough game for OU tonight. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure it would have been, but still, I still wanted to beat Kentucky though.
Exactly.
But
what's on your mind tonight?
What's on my mind is that OU baseball started off 1-0 in the SEC.
Right, they win
right out of the chute. 4 runs, 4 hits. Witherspoon was willing and dealing tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing. What they're going to have to do in the SEC play is they really need to win the Friday night game, because when Witherspoon pitches, he's almost unhittable. If you win that game, you have a good chance of maybe getting the series win in a lot of these series. So Friday night game is massive for this team going forward, I think, with him pitching, because he's just so dominant right now. He's so dominant.
You know how many opening series have they won? Let me tell you.
In
1,
conference?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tonight.
Oh, you mean this year they've won 11 opening game of the series?
Yeah, 11 straight.
Because the one loss is all they have total on the year. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I mean, they're off to a great start.
Yeah, against South Carolina, and that place was actually sounded like it's going pretty good. They said they announced the crowd of 76 was what Toby said, but he's like, there was a good crowd, but there was no 7,000 there. So
yeah,
I thought that was kind of funny.
Hey, I've got to read Zayas's comment, because Jay, I talked to you and Hunter about this before we came on the live during this game. UNC lost to a Cooper flagless Duke. That should help OU's turn. Now OU's in. I don't think OU's even going to be in the play-in game. But here's what I will say. What Zaya says, I agree. I think the committee's going to put UNC, even though they got one quad win on the year, they're going to put them in because it's the baby blue UNC. They're going to get in, Jay.
No,
You think OU's going to get kicked to the might get jumped by? You mean like out of the tournament?
no,
No,
OU's lost.
I said OU's in. OU's not going to be
Oh,
in the
okay.
tournament game. I was just talking about the comment here. I think UNC is going to get in regardless of only having one quad win on the year because it's UNC. They will not leave RJ Davis and them out. They're going to make the tournament.
That's dumb.
And you know who's going to get left out, in my opinion? Indiana, because they already fired their coach. They're not letting Indiana in. I guarantee.
Yeah, there is some kind of weird kind of love towards UNC, no matter how good or how bad they are. I mean,
and you weren't on this earlier, Okie, but I think OU is going to be a 10 seed.
Okay.
And I think their second round game, I'm going to call it now. Their second round game is going to be Michigan State. Fears versus Fears.
Oh, is that where his brother plays?
Yep, starter. He's the starting point guard.
Oh.
Hey, Okie, we're gonna have to if a lot of people haven't played in Wichita. If they're playing in Wichita, we got to get a group to go. Maybe.
I agree. That would be a blast, man. I'd be down for that. That'd be awesome.
That's a quick drive. So
yeah, that's what it's about.
So.
Hey, just real quick, another diamond sport. I don't know if you guys saw where I posted put in the chat that I went into a SEC Twitter space. And I just said something about. I said, well, they were talking about something really random about like what their favorite drinks were, and I said I like Milo Sweet Tea, but also wanted to say Boomer Sooner. And then they said, "Yeah, you guys have a pretty good softball team." I was like, "Yep, that's right." And then it went from saying, "Yeah," it's like, "Yeah, we're pretty awesome." And then it went from that to then they started saying like a few choice words about what their thoughts about Patty Gasso, and I was like, "See ya." So
they were ripping Patty Gasso.
No, they were calling her. They were calling her like
bad.
Yeah,
names.
they were calling her really bad. They got some guys, man. I hate her, man. I hate her. She's such a blank, and I was like, I'm out here.
Unprofessional, man. That's all it is. Haters hate.
I know, and I'm just like, you guys are. I was like, I'm never. I was the only OU person on there, and he's like, and then I said Boomer Sooner. I was like, yeah, we got our first win against the Gamecocks, and some guys like, it's one win, bro. I was like, I didn't say we were national champions. It's just that we won our first opening game.
I'm glad I wasn't on there because I would have said the drive for 5 started and OU's way out in front. Okay, that's what I would have said to him. But hey, thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, you would have gone off on these guys. You would have. It would have been fun. So see you guys.
See you, man. Have a good night.
I know Sooner Freak joined late, was asking what we were talking about. If you guys missed it and you got on late, you need to go back and listen. And maybe we can pin it, Hunter, when we post it about when Steve came on, because there was some great stuff that Steve said. And by the way, Daniel said that nickname for Brandon Green to Chester was Moose, the big tight end.
Yeah, but okay, Moose. I remember the name. Hey, Thunder OU Sooner says OU needs to keep players so other teams can poach OU basketball players from OU. It's ridiculous that you lost it. Hey, here's the thing. You know what that takes nowadays?
Twice. They lost to him twice.
Hey, Jerm, do you know what it takes to keep players now?
Money.
There's a thing called money. OU NIL basketball, not good. Okay? And if you want to keep some of these guys like Owe, Uzan and stuff, you're going to have to pay up.
I think it's a combo of money, but also I think they were done at OU. They didn't want to play for him anymore.
You got to have Jeremy, you got to have NIL money, man. I've heard multiple people say, ESPN, all these people saying OU's near the bottom of the SEC in basketball, NIL. So they got to step up their game there.
I agree. And hey, this is a great statement. Gasso is to OU as Gino is to UConn. Gasso is to OU as Pat Summitt was to Tennessee. Gasso is the softball. Oklahoma is the softball as Tiger Woods was the golf. That's a good one too, because it's the same. Money and winning is what KB Longhorn says. Man, this has been a fun show, Jay. You got a lot on tap tomorrow. The next 2 days, pretty busy. You got OU, Arkansas, the 3-game set. You got doubleheader tomorrow. You got OU baseball, South Carolina. And then you got OU waiting to see about the big dance on Sunday night.
That's right. A lot going on. I got to say a couple of things. I want to say a trivia first because Dow Post was asking. So I wanted to get to trivia, put it out there. So this one's, you're going to have to be quick because it's pretty easy. But tell me, OU Tennessee, this year football, who caught the first touchdown pass for OU? The only touchdown pass in that game. Who caught it? That's for the trivia point of the night. Who caught the touchdown pass for Oklahoma, OU versus Tennessee this year? Obviously, it was from Michael Hawkins because Arnold got benched. But who was it? We'll wait for it in the chat. There, not Burks. Not Burks. Burks got injured, I think. Remember?
Trey Young is kind of starting in that.
Not X-Rob.
Corey, welcome.
Y'all have said everything, but not Farouk. I thought it'd be easier than this. Not Petaway. Did I miss it?
I haven't seen it, Jay.
Do you know
I have
it?
not seen it.
They've literally said every guy but this guy. It's pretty funny, actually. There it is.
There it is.
Javante Barnes,
Javante,
who also had a rushing touchdown. So he scored, I think, twice that.
OU's got a OU. Go ahead.
I also got to say, the other thing is this. I see Grey God on there and stuff. The brackets are complete, guys. The brackets are complete for the College Football 25 Sooner Surge tournament. So those will be sent out either late tonight. I'm going to email them to you, or tomorrow morning. But they're done. They're complete. So be looking for your email.
We also have this.
If you signed up for it, look in your email. You'll get the brackets.
We also have the Sooner Surge March Madness bracket that will be Sunday night on our live show. Special March Madness Sooner Surge talk on that one. So that'll be, man, a lot of things on the horizon. And right now we got on the line Corrections. What's up?
How you doing? How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you, man?
Good. Hey, wasn't able to catch the whole show with the storms and everything, but I did catch Steve. And man, how do you follow that? I mean, I'm just so happy for Danny. And you know, the more you hear about what people with a high football IQ are seeing in this spring, just the more excited you get. You know, I'm ready for this fall, man. But no, just I'm really happy for Danny, and I just wanted to hope everybody's doing well tonight and staying safe. I heard Oklahoma got hit really bad. We're fine up here in southeast Iowa, but it got a little hairy for a little bit. But you know, if anybody any Surgeaholics, you know, need anything, just please let the group know.
Hey, well said.
Appreciate that.
Well
Corrections.
said,
thanks.
Yep, and I hope your dad's doing well. Boom Sooner.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
he's doing all right. He's still at the skilled nursing facility. And then we transition hopefully back to a long-term care facility. It's just the biggest thing for him is mobility. He can't do it. He's declining cognitively. And it's just the stress of always, you know, he needs help all the time. And it's tough. But March Madness Challenge, Okie guy. We will give you all that info on Sunday night, okay? We will give you everything Sunday night. Hey, 2 things before we go, Jay. 3, check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com and sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Please, just do that. Hit the like as well. But I got to say thank you so much to Steve tonight for joining us. Could have been a lot of places, but he hopped in the live and he joined us, and he spoke like he always does. Just got everyone pumped up. Told it like it is. That's what Steve does, and we appreciate him joining tonight, and everyone in the chat as well, and the callers. And then, prayers out to everyone that's for those who are in the middle of this and battling the fires, for those who have lost things, for those who have evacuated and had to move away, and now they're out of the comfort of where they've been. There's a lot of people that need prayer, so just lift those up. Remember those that are going through that. That's what I want to say, and thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here tomorrow night as well, and we'll have a video after the softball game as well. But thanks for joining us, you guys. Have a super Saturday, Sooner Nation.